Put your thumb and finger together. And in just a moment, we're going to take a deep breath and hold it to the count of 4. And as you exhale to the count of 8, you'll be ready to open your thumb and finger to just drop that on the floor. Drop any hindrance or tension on the floor and let it go. And let the information come into your conscious mind. This happens very quickly. It only takes 3/5 of a second. So as you find a comfortable place to relax, put that thumb and finger together. Now they're together. And take that deep, deep breath and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And listen to the silence. It's a perfect point of meditation right there. And begin to exhale. 1, 2, 3. You get ready to release any stress or tension. 4, any resistance. 5, let that clear, helpful information come up. 6, getting ready to let go now. 7, and 8. Allow your hand to drop and your thumb and finger to relax. And let that trigger a wave of deep relaxation down through your body. And you can do that in just a moment. You don't even have to count. Once you learn to do it, you can just tap your thumb and finger and relax instantly. You might find yourself taking a deep breath when you do. A deep breath helps your body physiologically to reset, helps your parasympathetic nervous system to become active, and to allow you to slow down and to interfere with any automatic reactions. Automatic reactions are just learned behavior patterns. That's all they are. So we're going to unlearn them by examining them closely. And with great confidence, you can think of a time that you felt like you didn't know what to do. You needed some help. Maybe this will come up as a childhood memory. And if it comes up as a childhood memory, you might see where it's repeated itself in the current time in your life. Allow yourself to just observe it. Allow yourself to examine what's really happening. Collect your energy and your understanding. And think of at least 3 different ways you could handle this situation. For instance, if someone is standing there being cross with you like they were with a child, and then you have it with a parent or a spouse or a boss now, you might have an urge to yell back at them. That's one response. Is it likely to get you what you want? The answer to that is no. A response is to ask for more information. I'm not sure what you're telling me. What is it that you would like me to do? Because we may misunderstand. We may be coming from a childhood place where we think we're supposed to do exactly what we were told, or we have to just follow that person's guidelines. But they may be speaking as an adult and simply asking us to work on this problem. They may be asking us for solutions, in fact. So that's a little better. And that's probably part of the next one. The next one might be to share your feelings. One way of doing that would be, I feel like I can hear you less. And this is really a good one. Or I feel like I can't hear you as clearly when you raise your voice. And they'll go, what do you mean you can't hear me clearly if I well, I feel threatened. Or I feel, and I know this isn't anything you're doing, own it completely. Doesn't have anything to do with you, but I feel threatened from things that have happened in my life. So if you could lower your voice, I could listen a lot better. That's a good opening response because people do want you to listen to them. At that point, they might say, I don't want you to just listen. I want you to do what you're told. And at that point, you go, I need to think before I act. So what is it you would like me to do? Get more information always. Get information. Say, how can I do this? I'm thinking of different ways I can act on this. And you can say that to the person. I'm thinking of my different possibilities here to help you with this. And that may be, no, I don't think I can help you with this. This changes the outcome entirely between you being victimized and told what to do and ordered and pushed around to you taking control, not over you, or I mean, not over them, like saying, stop shouting at me. Oh, you might want to do that. But tell them it's important for me to be able to listen to you. I can't listen when you're shouting. I'm paying attention now and thinking of different ways I might help you with this, or I might be able to respond. And I guarantee this is different than what you were taught because this isn't dysfunctional. So look carefully at what you were taught. What was it that your parents modeled? What was it that people around you did? How did they show you how to respond? Not by what they said, because it might be, you want to speak up, young lady, or some other vaguely threatening thing. And you might also say that I'm feeling a little threatened now. Is that your intention? Because I think we just need to talk about this. And you can see how those statements just take a lot of the power out of the entire situation. Not just taking the other person's power away from them, but taking the gunpowder out of that situation. You're de-escalating, slowing it down. You can also say things like, I need time to think about this. I'm not clear what you would like me to do. By all means, understand what they want of you because you may be thinking they want something entirely different. So always seek clarification, get more information, assimilate it, make it something that you can work with. You make the choices, and then you act a little at a time, and bringing that better way of communicating into your waking state, bringing that better way of communicating into all your interactions. But you can find how to interact in this more subconscious state. Just like Ben Franklin was looking for an answer when he held the key in his hand and took a little nap. It's a moment's relaxation, and it lets other possibilities come up. You can do that right now. Think of a time when things were uncomfortable for you. And it isn't here and it isn't now. It was some other time and place. But right here and now, this is just the thing that you're thinking of. You don't become the thought. It doesn't become you. You're simply having a thought. What you imagine is the same as reality to your subconscious. So imagine it happening, whatever it may be. And imagine yourself calmly and in control, being able to respond in a direct manner, being able to respond in a way that is going to draw out more information and gain more understanding for you to be able to act appropriately. You can do this several times a day with anything that pops into your mind. It's really a very valuable tool. And by practicing in your mind, you're actually letting your subconscious learn and grow and letting it understand how you got to where you are and how you get back. That's why I say next to every problem, there's an answer. Next to every question, there's a solution. Because we need to be in touch with it. We need to be able to feel it, see it, hear it, think it. And as we work that out in our mind, that's the safe place to practice. Because if we try to work it out in real life, we can wind up arguing with people we don't want to argue with. We can wind up reacting instead of choosing a response. We just react. We know that doesn't work out well. We never want to be reactors. We want to be responders. People say we want to be actors. There's a connotation of falseness with that. And falseness will get us in a different area where we don't really know how to respond. If you respond with your true feelings, respond with what you truly think, which may surprise you, you're very likely to have a better outcome. If, for instance, a person is shouting, you can think of a time when someone was shouting. And you may realize that you feel fear. There's a big difference between saying, I feel fear, and you're scaring me. You're scaring me gives people too much power. You're scaring me means that they have control over what's happening. But I feel fear means I know what it is I need to do to choose. It's like if you feel fear of a person, what's a good response? The best one may be to get away from them. Just move out of the situation. Do whatever you need to do to make yourself safe. And sometimes people say, well, you don't feel fear. You have nothing to be afraid of. It's like, well, that could be, but I feel fear. And it's reminding me of fear I felt a lot when I was a child. But you aren't saying you're doing this to me. That gives the other person too much power. And it says that you don't have enough. The reality is you have plenty of power. The reason I know this is because you've gotten here. You've gotten to this healing place, and you've gotten to this point of making changes in your life. You've understood something very fundamental, and now you're understanding how to change those things, how to actually make them work for you. It's that simple. It isn't complicated. But first, you have to understand what's happening and how you can stop that. So the goal is to make things work. The goal is to have both people walk away from an encounter feeling comfortable. If both people can't feel like winners, then neither one has won. We're taught to think that dominating the other person means we won. Or if they dominate us, then they won. It should be that both of you have only dominated yourself. You've chosen what to do with your own self. If you find yourself manipulating others, you might ask yourself why. Am I threatened in some way? Is there something that I need from this person that I'm not getting? And that feels good, just to understand you're on the right path. If it isn't something that they were willing to give you, how can you get it for yourself? And that's number one. Number two, how do you get it from them? Sometimes even encouragement is just a matter of needing someone to say, you did well. And you can tell them, I'm just feeling like I need some encouragement. I need you to tell me that I'm doing well because I'm trying, I'm practicing doing this. How did I do? Check it out. Never be afraid to ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. And allow those guidelines to settle deep into your subconscious, to settle down to those subtle learning skills that are taking place in your subconscious mind. Allow them to become a peaceful part of you. Make them your own and decide this very day that you can move forward with new thoughts, new ideas, and new behaviors. You can do this very short meditation anytime you choose. When you get confident with it, there isn't any reason to listen to the recording. you can just listen to the recording in your own head. And in just a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And at the count of 5, when you open your eyes relaxed, refreshed, deeply at ease, and letting so much information just come up into your conscious mind so you can understand you're doing a really good job. So with the number 1, just begin to come up. Number 2, feel your weight on the surface beneath you, feeling relaxed and comfortable. Number 3, letting these new communication skills become a permanent part of you. And understand at the deepest levels what the behavior traits have taught you moving forward. With the number 3, feel the need to take a deep breath. Feel the support around you. We always lean on things that support us and never on things that don't. With the number 4, stretch, move around, wiggle your fingers and toes. You might want to take another deep breath. And number 5, just open your eyes wide awake and feeling wonderful all the way back and feeling great. Open your eyes and